and we're spinning, and now we're live. So Howard, I want to ask you: you in Destin, Florida? I know you're in Florida, right?
I'm in Destin, Florida, and I have been on the beach almost all day today. I just peeled myself off of the beach to be here tonight. Uh,
Okay, thank
so,
you.
yeah, my pleasure. And I had to come up sometime anyway. I have to eat. I have to go to sleep. So,
Yeah,
yeah. So I've been here for about 5 weeks. We'll be here the whole summer. And
perfect.
my company is in Texas.
Yes. So this is throwing back all the way to I think it was 2016 or 2017 when we first met, and the first time I went to the huge convention, and you were the keynote. And my first impression. So back up a step. When I went to the convention, I didn't know if I wanted to go or not because I've been around a handful of window cleaners. I've been a window cleaner for a long time, knowing pressure cleaners. I'm like, these guys are all jerks. They're so wildly independent, and some of them are a little crazy. And I thought, I don't know if I want to be in that room with
Yeah.
500 of those guys.
Yeah.
And I set a couple of goals. One was to find 3 serious-minded business builders. But then the first morning, I'm the guy that comes up. I sat right in front at a round table, and I was right by the stage. And then you started to speak, and I was like, "Holy cow, we have a professional on hand." I thought it was going to be Billy Bob the window cleaner going, "Well, this is how I did it," and stutter his way. And then you showed up, and I was like, the game went from 1 to 10, just like that. And I was like, all right, I'm paying attention now. So
Good.
then, and you owned the word phenomenal, and you still do, and you lived it. But here's the thing that grabbed me. I don't remember everything you taught that day, but you did say roughly in 3 years you can have a turnkey business. Like you can have a business that runs itself without you. And I was like, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I got to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm a slow learner, so it took me 5.5. But
listen,
it's worth it.
If everybody here would just think about, and we're live, people are, I guess, listening. They're going to listen to the recording in the future, right? We're going. We're up and running. Okay. So I mentioned to you in the beginning of the show that my dream, in fact, my dream when I met you, 2016, was I've always had a dream to build this dream house where I'm at right now. And that became a reality in 2017. So today we live here in Florida in the summer. I have another house less than a mile away where my son, my daughter-in-law, and my grandkids are. And they spend the summers here with us as well. And so I go back and forth all year long. My business is in Texas, which means even when I'm in Texas, even when I'm in Houston, I don't have a job at my company. I've been turnkey for many, many years. And so I have a business that runs predictably and profitably without me because I have the people and the processes in place. And so if you're watching this, you want to have a turnkey business, which means that you can be at the beach, you can be at Disneyland with your Disney World with your family, or you can be on vacation, or you can go in and do whatever job you want to do in your business, and you have that choice, you have that freedom. Then this pre-show accelerator class is going to be for you. Yeah. So what this is all about is every single business owner goes into business for a reason. You went into business because you had a dream. You wanted to, you probably want to make some money, but really you wanted to be your own boss, chart your own course, have a little more free time. Yeah, right. The brutal reality of most small business owners' lives is you feel like a slave to the business, very little family time. Business consumes your mind 24/7, major stress. You don't really have any, real freedom, and your day is consumed putting out brush fires. That was me. In 1997, I felt I was a slave to my business. I've been in business almost 40 years, by the way. This year will be our 40th year. And I'd been in business for about 13 years. I had 3 trucks at the time, 7 employees, doing about $360,000 a year. And I worked 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I made myself pull away on a vacation so I could, get to the beach. And I had to spend a lot of that time on the phone, talking to technicians, talking to my office, talking to customers, because I didn't have systems and I didn't have people. I didn't have the people and I didn't have the processes in place. And in 1996, I came here to the beach and I spent a week rewriting my life. When I got the vision that I could have a turnkey business, I got the vision that I needed to have systems and I could literally build a team, build a business that ran without me. I got that vision and went to work on it. And so from 1997 was really when we started. And from 1997 until sometime in the 2000s, I got turnkey, built that business up to today. It does about $4 million a year. And I don't have to be there. And I mean, ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And it makes a lot of money. My team I have a great team. And so we do and the best part about this is that I've helped people all over the country do the same thing. So you're going to have with me at the pre-show, the accelerator class, I'll have Jim McDonough with me, who used my systems to build $1 million business. They paid off $270,000 in debt in I think it was about 2 years. And also, I think you guys are going to have Eric Sprague there. Eric came to us when they were doing 225. They had done $225,000 the year before, and we got them to $4.5 million. They sold that business for a ton of money, and so it can be done. If that's what you want, then you come to this class, and I'm going to teach you how to build the systems in your business. I'm going to teach you how to hire the right people, find the right people. I just wrote a book that's actually not out yet. It's printed, but not released, called How to Build a Phenomenal Dream Team That Will Run Your Business for You. And it's not even on the market. My publisher said, yeah, we want it, but we can't publish it until December, but we'd be glad to print copies for you for your membership. So I said, great, for your coaching clients. So everybody who comes to this event and comes to our pre-show, I'm going to include, if you'll remind me, I'll include one of those books. And when you come to this full-day seminar, I'm going to show you how to get your business systematized. I'm going to show you how to hire the right people, keep the right people. I'm also going to show you another big problem in our industry is people are relying on internet marketing predators to, try to build their business, and they're getting ripped off, or they're spending, hours a day trying to manage their own Google accounts and all this kind of stuff to get calls. I'm going to show you how we generated $1 million in referrals last year. I'm going to show you how to build a referral program where you'll never have to advertise ever again if you do it right.
Okay. That's fantastic.
So one day it can be a life-changing day if you'll come, be coachable and learn and, take action, right? There's plenty to learn about business. There's plenty of great people out there, but I don't know of anybody that has been there, done that, and taught as many people in the home services industry how to be turnkey than I have.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would agree with that. So let me show you this. You'll recognize this.
Wow. That is back in the day now. Look at that. Wow.
And it
I
came
don't even think I have one of those yet. I might have one left.
It came with a book, the 5 Secrets of a Phenomenal Company.
Was that a DVD?
Yeah, it's got DVDs.
Oh, and I'll pay you not to watch those. Those were horrible.
Well, so you
Great
can,
information, but the guy who was doing it, like he was still learning how to teach, you know.
yeah.
I was thin. That was great.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
5 secrets to a phenomenal business, it's like it's normal for people to try to complicate things, just like
Right.
overdo it. And you go, no, you just need sales. You
Yeah.
need leadership. You
Yeah.
need marketing. You need to do the thing. And you like, it just would like people could teach all day about referrals and you'll probably put it in a package that's about 30 minutes. We upgraded our referral thing. We were getting like a referral a week last year. And
Mhm.
at September, we are like, no, let's just change this. And we tweaked it and taught our guys, said, just say this. And our referrals went to 4 a week. And like, that's worth 150,000 for a small company like
Right.
mine,
That's right.
just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it didn't cost us a nickel in SEO or anything else. We're like,
Right.
we just
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll teach you guys how to do all that stuff. My reputation speaks for itself, and I've helped guys all over the world do it. I don't know how many more years I'm going to teach this stuff myself. I'm starting to teach other guys how to do it. So if you want to learn it directly from me, then I would be there. And also, you want to be there to hear my friend Donald Miller. I was the one who
You made that
got him to
introduction.
show up, and that's big. I mean, like, he doesn't show up for anybody.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just not what he does, and you got to pay a lot of money. He's big. And so pay attention to what Donald Miller teaches you that day. And I'm going to try to be there when Don is there too. I have to check my schedule. I don't know what day he's speaking, but
Yeah.
yeah, you guys, you need a phenomenally successful business requires 3 things. You got to have systems, because if you don't have systems, and I'll show you how to create simple systems. Like Sid said, they're not complicated. But if you're answering the same questions every day, it's not your employee's fault. It's your fault,
Right.
because you don't have systems in place. And if it is their fault, then guess who hired them? So you need to learn leadership. Leadership. So you'll learn a lot about leadership, how to be a leader. You know, when a guy goes from, when you go from on the truck to managing people, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different dynamic.
Yeah.
And there's a skill to leadership. And then leadership is the key to building a phenomenal dream team that can run your business for you, so that you can, you know, hire people who have no experience, who can learn how to do pressure washing, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, whatever it is that you do. I
Mhm.
think most people are pressure washers that go to this event. And so you need those 3 things. You need systems, you need leadership, and you need a team. And you'll learn so much at this class. I promise you, you'll be so glad that you came, and it will be life changing for you, because you'll be able to finally get free. I mean, just imagine right now your business is running without you. It's making you a lot of money, and you can do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
You've got it right there under your name. Is stop being a slave to your
Yeah.
business. And that's what happens to most people. Is they start off to gain freedom, which is appropriate. Today's, 3rd of July. Tomorrow's
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
been refreshing my American history with Paul Johnson here, but
Oh,
like
good. Yeah.
declaring your freedom be as simple as learning from somebody that's already done it. Don't try to hack
Yeah.
your way through the jungle. Just go, hey Howard, how do I do this? And he's like,
Yeah.
here you go.
Well, I'm
Do
glad
it.
you brought that up, because so many people feel like, you know, if I use someone else's system, someone else's program or whatever, it's like it somehow takes away the entrepreneurship, the creativity. I want it to be mine. Okay. Well, you can do that, but what is it going to cost you? I mean, are you willing to give up um, time with your family just because you don't want to be coachable? I mean, the fact is every highly successful person on planet Earth has a coach. My neighbor was playing bocce ball bocce
Yeah.
ball on the beach. I've never played it before. I mean, I know how it works, but
Yeah.
anyway, so I'm sitting there watching, and he says, you want to join us? I said, sure. And so, I mean, I'm throwing the ball and everything. And then he taught me one thing. He said, he didn't even teach me. He was teaching my granddaughter how to do it. And he said, throw it like this. And he gave the way that you do your arm. I'm listening. I'm coachable.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, just by throwing the ball the specific way, doing my arm a specific way, all of my shots got better, and I started getting closer and closer to the ball. The reason that I'm here today is because of coaches, mentors. But the fact is that there's thousands of books out there, millions of books out there. There's millions of podcasts. So why is it that people are still struggling? Because you don't need content. You don't need more information. You need curriculum. And I'm going to teach you a system. I'm going to teach you a curriculum. And if you're open to coaching, then you can take that curriculum and start implementing that curriculum. And that's the key, is implementation. I wrote a book called FTI. Failure to Implement.
Yeah.
And that's the number one reason that people don't reach their biggest dreams and goals, is because of what I call FTI. And so you got to focus on your highest priorities every day, and invest that time every day working on those big rocks, and get those out of the way, get them into a system in your business. And I'm here to tell you, the opportunity is available to you, but you got to come study, you got to learn, you got to implement. Simple as that.
Yeah. Right on. You asked the question rhetorically. It was like, what's the cost of trying to learn it all on your own, making up your own systems, learning by experience? I would tell you, it cost me 19 years of, like, we did okay, but it was struggle, and I never got where I wanted to go. Yeah. And then I started learning from guys like you. I'm like, just
should have had a V8, right? Yeah. And listen, you might have a successful business, but you know what I found? People who have a successful business understand what I'm talking about. They're like, I wish I didn't have to do the accounting part. I wish I didn't have to do the management part. I wish I didn't have to do the technical part. I wish I had people that could go out in the field for me, Yeah. And so you get to choose. That's the beauty, is you have the freedom to choose what part of the business you want to be involved in. And everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. I love marketing. I'm not crazy about accounting, but I learned how to create systems in my business so that, we could be more profitable. I had a coach. I got a consultant. I had Ellen Rohr come in and help me out and get us profitable. Now I love what the numbers will do for me. I love the fact that I know how to read those financials. We know how to move those numbers. I have a team that inputs every single day. Check this out. Every single day, our company is at what Ellen Rohr taught us to call it a KFP, which is a known financial position. We're at a known financial position every single day. The reason is every single a piece of income, every single piece of expense, every credit card charge, everything is updated every single day. So we always know where we're at financially. Yeah. I have a lady in my office, and a lot of it's automated. Like our income is automated because we have software that as soon as the job is completed, it goes in the web-based software, and then it loads into QuickBooks Online every night. Yeah. And if it's a commercial account that we're billing, it automatically creates an invoice. And so all the income is done automatically. There's no tickets to enter. There's none of that. And then expenses, obviously, if we write a check, that's already in QuickBooks. but any expenses, credit card expenses or whatever, all that's updated every single day. There's a, bank reconciliation after the end of the month, and guess what? I don't have to do any of that. My wife doesn't have to do any of that. I have a team that does that for me. And yes, we have checks and balances so that, if somebody decided to steal money or whatever, we would know it immediately. So
yeah,
this can happen. My message is, you can do this. You just need to learn how. You need to want to do this.
Yeah. I've got to ask you another question. This is it's on topic, but off the accelerated class topic.
Yeah.
I went to look up because I know of several books you've published, the FTI being one that you published a year or two ago. So I looked up on Amazon and I'm like, holy cow. It's like, Howard, I don't know. I found 12.
I think I'm at 13 with my latest one.
Okay.
Plus I wrote one for somebody else. I had a guy, great guy. He's has restaurants and in the Houston area, is 2,700 team members, one of the best leaders that I know. And he asked me to ghostwrite his book. Well, I'm not a ghostwriter, but fortunately he had a lot of stuff that he had written. So I compiled his material. He paid me well to do it, but I think I'm at 13 of mine now. So,
okay. Yeah. So I wanted to loop back around. And before I do, we got a couple of comments coming in. I just want to shout out Allie. Why work harder instead of smarter? Absolutely.
Thank you.
Don't reinvent the stuff. Just
Thank you.
Go. And Waterboys World, good to see you guys here again live. They were on our last live stream a minute ago. If you're popping in here live, we got a bunch of people that are on live. Just say hi in the comments. Let us know you're here so we can shout you out.
Yeah.
Here's what I wanted to ask. The first time I was at the huge convention, I was just meeting people because I didn't know anybody in the industry outside of my little world. And as I talked to them, I was like, there's a lot of people that are Christian, that are believers, that are in the service industry. And I just made a comment. Somebody was like, wow, there's so many Christians here. And the dude said, and I don't remember who I was talking to. He said, well, of course, Christians love to serve. Why wouldn't they be in a service business?
Right. That's true.
I'm like, oh, and you wrote a book, and I'm gonna have to get it now because I wasn't aware of Monday Morning Christian and taking Christianity, taking your belief into the workplace. Could you talk about that just a little bit?
Sure. It's called The Monday Morning Christian, and the subtitle is How Living Out Your Faith in Business Leads to Phenomenal Success. It wasn't my idea. My publisher asked me to write it, and the original title was The Monday Morning Christian, How to Live Out Your Faith at Work, I think was the subtitle. Anyway, so that book, I share my testimony, of course, but I share how not only doing business God's way is the best way, but it's the only way, right? And so there's kind of, two tracks. There's salvation, sanctification, success as a believer, significance as a believer. And then on the business side, there's identity, there's influence, there's impact. I forget the fourth I, but basically I parallel growing as a believer and growing your business. And that was a time when I came to know the Lord. I got really heavily involved in ministry, and my business was small at that time. And I thought I was supposed to go into ministry, and God showed me that my ministry is in business. And I can't tell you how many team members have come to know the Lord, how many vendors, how many clients, the ministry that we've been able to do as a result. And I talk about what, real Christianity and salvation is, because a lot of people who, Christian or not, they see Christian religion and they judge Christianity by Christian religion, but
Right.
Christianity is not a religion. You can pick any one of them. That is not Christianity. Christianity is a faith. It's a faith that Jesus Christ is the Son of God, and that when he comes into, when you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, he's inside of you. He gives you the Holy Spirit, and he will live through you if you'll let him. All the religious stuff, just set that aside for a second.
Yeah.
So when God is leading you, he's going to, and you understand your identity in Christ, you're going to have the right testimony. You're going to have the right influence. You're going to have the right, and I talk about money in that book because, a lot of Christians like, oh, well, the love of money. Well, listen, money is a tool and your business needs to be profitable. It's not a good testimony to say, oh, well, money's, the love of money is, and then you owe everybody in town and you're in debt and you're covered up with debt. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so that's one of the books that I wrote, is called the Monday Morning Christian: How Living Out Your Faith in Business Leads to Phenomenal Success. I wrote a devotional called Under the Seaside Sun because I just love being next to the water, and so there's a scripture for 31 days, and so each one of the scriptures talks about, I sort of connect it to being by the sea. So it's just a fun project that I do. And the reason you probably didn't know about the Monday Morning Christian is because I don't write books for the public. I write books for the people who are engaged with me, mainly my audience, my coaching clients. People are on my list. So, it's not, and then I'm on to the next book, right? So I'm not like, promoting the same book for year after year after year.
Right.
However, we have a couple of books that are foundational to what we do. One is The 5 Secrets of a Phenomenal Business. That's how you learn how to stop being a slave to your business. And anybody who's not on my list, you can get that for free. You just go to my website, howardpartridge.com, and you can download it. You get on our email list. And then, of course, the other one is FTI. And this is really our coaching framework, right? So you got to learn the systems. And our most successful people, I could give you so many, testimonials of people who started with us that were struggling, whether they weren't profitable, whether they needed to increase their income, whether they needed to build a team, whether the husband and wife were at each other's throats because they're fighting about the business all the time. And what we found is that people who will learn the proven systems and implement the systems are our most successful students. It's that simple. Success is simple. It's not easy. It's not easy taking the right steps every day. And then, somebody quits. You have to start all over again. I've had every kind of employee problem you could, just about that you could imagine. And I could not dream of trying to build a business by myself without a team. And so that's why I wrote the book, which is not even out. You won't even find it on Amazon, How to Build a Phenomenal Dream Team, because everybody is saying, oh, I can't find employees. I can't find good people. It's not true. You just don't know how to find them. Right. And so in that book, I reveal how to find those people. If you have a dream, but no team, you have to give up the dream or build up the team. I'm thrilled and so happy that I never gave up on my dream. And building a team was hard. But when you get the people and the processes in place, you're going to become profitable, and you're going to be able to enjoy owning a business instead of working for your business.
I just want to say amen after that.
Amen.
It's true. Yeah. People, processes, profit, And then it's what's the next P? It's phenomenal.
Got a lot of P's. This one's got a lot of P's. there's 10 principles. There's the picture principle, there's the purpose principle, there's the people principle, there's the process principle. There's 10 of them. So
okay,
plenty of P's.
That's great. Well, all for alliteration.
Yeah.
But, hey, I want to thank you for taking some time. I know you'd mentioned usually don't do interviews in the evening, so I really appreciate you. Giving us some of your time. And
I kept reminding my wife so that I wouldn't forget, because it's like when I'm done work, it's just out of my mind. So sorry I interrupted you. Go ahead.
That's okay. But I really do thank you for taking the time, and it's always good to see you. And I look forward to seeing you again in Nashville this year.
Great.
And thank you for sharing so generously with people. Just it's funny because like your accelerator class, I think it's only $147 as you got listed. I'm like, that's not dinner and movies for the kids, and it could change transform your world.
Absolutely. Listen, I don't care what you think, whether you think, well, is this guy going to deliver? Listen, if you come and you go through my seminar, it's a full day seminar. It's not just a class, it's a seminar based on almost 40 years experience in business, building a multi-million-dollar business that's turnkey. But more importantly, for the last over 25 years, I've been helping other business owners, many in the home services industry, in pressure washing, soft washing, window cleaning, do the same thing. My reputation speaks for itself. But hey, maybe you're like AC Lockyer when he first met me and saw me speak at Huge or someplace. He said, I don't know about this guy. He's too tan. His teeth are too white. And he probably never works. Well, part of it is true. Well, all of it is true. Probably too tan. My teeth probably too white because I'm tan.
Yeah.
And I don't work that much because I have a team.
Yeah.
I have a turnkey business. I don't have to. But once we got to know each other, I actually became his coach. And so we really helped a lot of people in this industry. So if you come and you sit through the whole day, and at the end of the day, you think this guy is full of it, I will give you $147. I'll refund your money out of my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way there. I was at an all day seminar one time, this years ago, and the guy he had a little gong up front or a bell or something, and it was fairly pricey. It was like $2,000 for a 2-day deal, and he said, at any time when you feel like you got your money's worth, come ring the bell.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's like people are ringing the bell in an hour, and
I might have to steal that.
Yeah. It's what made me think of when you said, if you don't get your money's worth, it's like, there's no way somebody could be there for an hour and not get their money's worth. Come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and I don't do seminars to make money. It's $147 just to cover our costs. I actually pay to be there because there's going to be a handful of people who are going to want to work with us, and they're going to become our success stories, moving forward. Yeah. That was a time that every single one of our coaching clients, whether it's somebody like Michael Killen, who went from $3 million unprofitable to $10 million super profitable, turnkey business, spends time with his family, amazing vacations, or someone like Elise in Houston. She just wasn't a good leader. Her employees thought she was mean. Her marriage was on the rocks and life is messed up. We've got thousands of testimonials like that. And every single one of them started in that room.
Wow.
starting that room. Because really that's how we get people going. You come to this, I call it boot camp, because this is where you come for, the basic training, learn the systems, learn the process, learn the philosophy, and maybe you're going to want to work with us and you're going to become one of our success stories. But you will get, thousands of dollars worth of training and learning that you can apply. I mean, just my referral process alone can make you tens of thousands of dollars next year or in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
Learning how to find an employee or keep a key employee instead of losing them to the competition. So just one thing that you learn can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. So, and again, I mean, huge conventions only once a year. I don't travel around the country and like, oh, well, I'll catch him, and when he comes to my town, ain't going to happen. In fact, I'm starting to wind down, and I'm starting to train other people to do this. So, it might be the last time I'm at the huge. Who knows? We don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm super grateful you're going to be there this year.
Yeah.
And anytime, so people send me a lot of messages. I'm kind of in the background answering messages and doing interviews for preparing for the huge. And they ask me all the time, like, what should I do? What would be the best use of my money? I'm like, go to the website and look at their 3 day before classes. As if you're new in business or you're trying to get your stuff together, go to Howard's class. Like, that's going to push you forward faster than anything else.
I would disagree with that. I'm looking for people. If you're new in business, that's great. You're going to be like, okay, but I don't know what else they're offering. But most of the people that we work with have been in business for over 3 years. They have at least 3 employees. They're doing at least $300,000 a year. We're the best fit for them because the honeymoon is over. Right. If you're new, oh, well, that's his opinion, and I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You're still on the honeymoon. You're still in love with your pressure washer.
Yeah.
Okay? But once you've been in business for 3 years, you're tired of doing everything yourself. You feel like a slave to your business, and you know that you need systems. You know you need people. That's who needs to be in my class.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Yeah, I don't do any technical. I do marketing, leadership, sales, systems, make money. That's what we do. Business training.
Excellent. And back to your earlier point about turnkey. Yeah. See if this checks out. I just heard somebody the other day, and I was like, "Yep, rings true." If you can't take a month off from your business, you do not have a business. You just have a job.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. Hey, some people would be happy with a vacation.
Yeah,
like one vacation. Like a lot of people, the huge convention is going to be their vacation this year. Which, listen, nothing wrong with it. That's where I was. But if you want more, then come spend a day with us, with me, and Jim McDonough will be with me as well. So,
yeah, very good. Well, thanks again.
Yeah,
we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I really appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in Nashville.
Me
50
too.
days. It's 50 days from today.
50 days, folks.
Yep.
Get it on your calendar. Get registered.
All right. Have a great night. Enjoy the grandkids and the beach.
I will.
I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, sir. Okay.
Good night.
Bye.